And my sister was always like, "Why are you watching The Office so much? You watch too much Office."
I know that's one thing where you were ahead of the curve too, because I thought that was the worst in high school. And then when Netflix came, it must have been Netflix that made it popular for everybody.
Right, because I was balls deep in The Office, and everyone is giving me like, "Yeah, you can't watch it inappropriate, and you shouldn't. It's not funny. It's a weird show." And I stopped watching. I was a regular viewer until about the start of season 4, or actually maybe through the end, because I watched the Company Picnic one live. So I watched them as they came out, but I never actually got the full effect because somewhere around like season 4, somewhere in season 4, I started to kind of drop off where I wasn't watching it weekly, and then I just completely lost the thread and never watched anything in season 5 or after that. So I'm kind of like fixing past wrongs here. Yeah.
When Michael left, I stopped watching, and I'm happy I did. And I've seen bits of other episodes.
I hear season 8 is just a train wreck of
it's like after Michael leaves, it's not. Or at least it takes them a while to get back on the right track. Because there's 2 or 3 seasons after that.
There's 2. Yeah, they have that's in the middle of season 7. Then they have a whole season 8, and then season 9's the last one.
Yeah.
You just wonder. It just seems like they're resorting to gimmick. Like that's the thing I picked up on. Like in season 6 now, is that they're just really resorting to gimmicks to keep your attention. And so you do what you can as a writer, but that's not. I mean, that's what made it so interesting with the first ones. It's this somebody does one thing you shouldn't do in an office, and then it's just like an exploration.
Right.
And there's real
when you replied to the reply all at Surtur.
Right. Right. I mean, so we had a guy, and I met him. I had worked with him, and I knew this guy. What's the big guy in The Office?
Kevin.
Kevin. This guy was a Kevin. I just knew meeting him. This guy was a Kevin. Anyway, someone sends this email to our little corner of the Cerner world, and this guy replies literally to the entire freaking company. and then he keeps replying. So everyone's just getting these emails, and then it's about 4 p.m. on like a Thursday, and so then one person tells him to quit replying all. And then another person sends an email, quit replying all. And then the third guy's the guy that's like, "Hey everyone, quit replying all." And then it just spirals out of control. And my contribution, I just did it all like uncaps, like unfollow. I just sent that email. But I think the best one.
Were you trying to like be an old man?
Yes, it was some. You ever
so
follow
funny.
Drill on Twitter?
No,
I don't think anyone at I don't think anyone in the company got my humor, but so this guy does basically writes tweets as though like an old man who doesn't know how to use Twitter,
right,
and so that was kind of in the spirit of Drill, was just like this unfollow email, that was supposed to be the joke, but the best one, this guy sent a freaking Hillary meme. That was me watching all these emails is me deleting all these emails like Hillary deleted hers. And I think you could see people's profiles in the company.
Yeah.
And his was gone within a week.
But they had a company-wide meeting or something, right, on proper email etiquette after that.
Yeah, I think.
And then they used your picture as like the example of somebody that shouldn't respond to everybody.
Somebody. So I sent the unfollow, and then somebody screenshot my email, and then did a list of arrows and step 1, step 2, over the top of my email of how to There's a button you can click to unfollow an email thread,
right.
Which right after they sent that reply to mine is how it started becoming better because everyone just started doing that. Mm-hmm. But I guess there's a way in Outlook to unfollow an email thread. Mm-hmm. But anyways, they use my freaking picture and my freaking email. So if literally under the Cerner instructions on how to remove yourself from an email, my email was the exemplar.
There you go.
I was the scapegoat.
What was I asking? Okay, so back to the original question. You think Pam and Jim were better after they got hooked up or before?
I think they're good. I just think the writers didn't, because the thing is, in the first few seasons, there were real stakes too. Like Jim goes off to art school, and she's in art school, for most of the season, right?
Pam goes off to art school, yeah.
Right. Pam goes. What did I say, Jim?
Yeah.
Oh,
Which would have been even better.
would have been Artie Jim. I could imagine, but there's real stakes. Like, there's a whole season where Jim is dating this other girl, and it takes like a whole season for it to resolve. Where I feel like once you get past season 4, oh, we find out Pam's pregnant, and then 3 episodes later she's married, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Or Michael starts his own paper company, and 3 episodes later it's already resolved.
Yeah.
Like the arcs become shorter and shorter and shorter, and so it feels less like real stakes.
Yeah.
And more like just like a device that writers are using to make you laugh. So it's I think the earlier parts of the relationship are written better, but I don't think for that I enjoy them.
Pam was
more.
dating or was engaged to what's his face for 2 whole seasons.
3
whole seasons.
Yeah.
So
they broke up at the end of season 2 because that's when
and then
2 whole seasons he's dating. Yeah.
Right. That's a huge deal where nothing's happening, but there's still an underlying relationship affecting everybody that whole time.
Right, and you kind of see even though the thing is staying the same, her and Jim's relationship is weird in season 2. You see the give and take there.
So I'm going to take you don't feel one way over the other if you like them better as a couple or before they're a couple.
I mean, I like them better as a couple, but I don't think it's written as well when they're a couple.
Yeah. I think the what? That's the AC.
That's going to be loud. All right, keep going.
Okay, well, I don't know what you want me to do. It's on auto.
All right, keep going.
No, I think they're better. I think they're funnier when they're set, not even dating or not married. With dating, they're okay, but before they're even dating, I think they're better. And then I think whoever Novak's character is with Kelly, I think they are way funnier after they're in love.
I had a white friend.
Ryan, no!
I had a white friend in college, and he was hooking up with this Indian girl, and I swear their relationship was just like Ryan and Kelly's.
Really?
They couldn't stand each other, really. I mean, she was really into him. She was just goo goo gaga into him. Mm-hmm. And but he couldn't stand her at all. And then but whenever they got together, it was about 10 seconds before they would just start making out with each other, every time. Mm-hmm. And then he would just hate himself. and then she would be even more in love with him. Give me your take on The Office. I just gave you my take. Give me your take on the La Oficina. I don't know.
What are my favorite things that happen in The Office? I think one of my favorite things is when Dwight and Jim hate each other, and then when Dwight's going through a crisis, I love it whenever Dwight takes a break from being an annoying friggin' git to caring a little bit. There's when Pam is in turmoil because her and Jim aren't going to be together, or she made a mistake. I forget what it was. She said no to Jim or something. She feels horrible about it. And then Dwight comes over there. She's crying. He puts his jacket around her, and it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. This annoying guy he actually has feelings. He's like, there, it's okay.
Yeah.
Is it your time of the month?
No, I remember that.
the best joke in the freaking series, or at least that season. I like the Christmas party episode with the snowman, Dwight and Jim. Dwight's terrorizing Jim. I'm trying to think of my favorite. I really do not like Michael, the character, but he makes the show.
Yeah, he definitely he's the glue that holds together the show, definitely. I think there's something to be said too, that is one thing that the show does really well too, is that you have the main characters and their main relationships. Mm-hmm. But you know, there's this whole like Michael and Pam's relationship is a really good one. Dwight and Jim's relationship's a really interesting one. Like there are these like the characters all like in a real office, right? Like you have relationships with a whole lot of different people, and those go through ups and downs too. So
yeah, that's you don't really love The Office until you're in the professional world a little bit.
Sure.
No, I'm telling you, like you appreciate The Office much more because you've been at Cerner. I appreciate The Office a lot more since I've been through or vice versa. Just a boss that's screaming at everybody. I don't know. I loved it.
I do have to say, I think I do like the whole thing where Jim eventually like just becomes more and more like Michael over the course of the series. But I think it's like I never would have thought of it, but it fits. Like, yeah, he just keeps pranking Dwight. Like he's this guy. He was always a Michael. He was always a young Michael.
Yeah.
Yeah.